So I'm gonna pretty much watch from where I started here on this debate of Ethan versus um, Ethan versus Hussein, and with Asmongold watching it.
That revolves around the exterminationist policies of removing the indigenous population that lived in, as you said, historic Palestine, as long as they are not Jews, because it's a religious, ethno-religious supremacist ideology. I think that this is a disagreement that you and I have.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. If you want to add that, like the genesis of Zionism included, you know, the displacement and
that's what it says.
You know, the ravaging of the culture that existed there, then I would agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the establishment of Israel was like a good thing. I mean, it was tragic and a lot of bad things happened. But let me ask you, sir.
Okay.
How was filming that content? I just have to know what you felt, what you were thinking as they were doing the Fortnite L behind you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
No. We're here.
No,
I don't want to talk about
we're
definitions. You got your Zionism, and let's do the.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was fine.
Did you not?
I've participated in other YouTube videos as well in the past.
No, but that Fortnite L dancing.
Some of them feature sketches.
Yeah.
I noticed you weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed.
Oh, really?
By
Who was
the
interviewing
journalist while that was happening.
Really?
I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient. I think you were embarrassed, frankly.
Oh God.
You were absent from every
Being
other shot.
interviewed, yeah, for sure.
I think you saw him
Wait,
doing
why
that.
would I be-
I think you saw him doing that Fortnite dance, and you said, "I got to get out of this." And by the way,
No, I
I'm
don't
giving you
care.
credit for that.
I mean, Ethan, you're a comedian. You know, you participated in some sketches. You know, it happens.
I mean, shit. Yeah.
Really? You're
Vape
one of your
Nation?
most famous sketches. You in a fucking diaper? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we've done funny things.
Okay, you know what? Let's not
Goofy,
debate the merit of our comedy. You're right. I'm very hacky, and
It's a gold
so
mine
are
for
you.
content. Yes.
By the way, you believe that the
that's
likes
fine.
were botted on that?
What?
You had said you thought the likes were botted on the content cop. Do you still believe that?
Dislikes.
The likes were botted.
He
on
means
the
the
content
dislikes.
cop?
The
I have
dislikes
no
were
idea.
botted. The dislikes, sorry. Yeah, you said it was brigaded and was botted. And it was unnatural. The dislikes on the video.
I don't really care about this. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
don't,
asking-
I
I
don't
don't care
recall
if you-
saying this, but I don't know why
You
this is a
did say
major
it.
point of contention. All right, so
Well, is
No,
that
no,
true
no,
or
no,
not?
no, no,
Does he
no,
think
no,
it or
no,
not?
Hold on,
definitions.
let me finish, and then you can do your definition.
okay.
Do you think it was?
Well, it's not my definition.
there
I want
it
to hear
is.
your
Thank you.
definition.
That's fine. I'll answer how you like. Do you?
I hope you know that, like, you know, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't publish the content cop. iDubbbz did.
Yes, I know that, and I've addressed
Okay,
him
good.
thoroughly.
All right,
do you know that? Do you believe he should have included the context of the CPS call?
Oh.
What?
What? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Wait. I'm a little confused. You are asking me
Yes.
what my opinion is
On the video.
iDubbbz's content cop.
Yes,
Correct.
that's obviously what he's
That's
asking.
correct.
About the CPS. I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was more so about like your year-long conquest of deplatforming and also
Right. Well,
harassing
90% of the clips were
quite
from the
frankly, harassing
episode
a bunch of
entitled
pro-Palestinian
"CPS Came to My
content
House," Hassan. I don't know if you think that's an important detail. I sure do.
Oh.
Ethan, I think
Oh,
you
he's
know
mad.
my position on this.
He's
'cause I
mad.
made it very clear. I think it's completely inappropriate to fucking call
No.
CPS.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
obvious.
I think it's
They're
I'm
already
saying your
mad.
friend
CPS
Hassan
on
you
a
made a
content
video
creator you
with
like.
did
I
a
don't know why
total
you're-
fucking.
Five
I don't think
minutes.
I have
All right,
any
go ahead.
hand
Ask me a
in this.
question.
I don't have any, like.
Go
dude,
ahead.
Listen
ahead.
to me. Listen. We're both content creators online. We both have received an endless wave of harassment.
Jesus.
You and I have talked privately about this.
Hassan, I don't
when
care.
we
Let's
were-
just go
when we
on.
had a
You-
podcast.
I don't-
No,
I-
what do you mean? You
I
brought
don't-
this up. You brought it up. Hold on.
I
Let
know
me
what
say
you're
my piece.
saying. We've all
You
been
brought it
harassed.
up.
The internet is
Oh,
tough.
let me
Whatever,
say
yada
my
yada.
piece.
Ask me a question.
No. Please, Ethan, please.
Because you're so boring, bro. I just want to have an interesting conversation.
You know
Go
who
ahead.
else also told me that? Andrew Tate. Please, just hold on.
Okay.
Wow,
And let me
wow,
try
God
to
forbid.
explain my position to you. You and I are both content creators.
Yes.
We get an endless wave of harassment, doxing, swatting, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Sometimes by the same people, ironically enough, by the same communities. You and I
Definitely.
know
True.
we've had these conversations in private.
been a
before
while.
This is true.
before we stop doing our podcast. And you know my position on this. I think
Where's
it's completely
Destiny?
I
unacceptable
know you're
because
against
I am victim to the
CPS.
same
That's
exact
not
things that
even
happened to you
interesting.
in this regard. I would
Where's
never in
Destiny?
a million years
Bring
ever
Destiny
do that
out.
sort of thing, and don't think it's appropriate.
Very
And
good.
I don't
Ask
know
me a
why you
question.
think that I have anything to do with
Because
this.
you're not you're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total fucking hit job that used 90% of its clip from an episode of the podcast
Jesus.
called CPS Got Called on Me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do you think that's fair?
I think you should take this up with iDubbbz instead of me.
It's
Okay,
not
sure. Ask me
fair.
a
Any
question.
editorial.
It's not fair.
I
It's
didn't make
not.
any of the editorial decisions in
I'm try-
iDubbbz's
This guy's just yelling too much, man. Ethan.
content cop.
I'm asking what you thought about it, okay?
He's
Not
asking
if
your
you
opinion.
made it. It's pretty fucking...
Sure,
obvious. Go ahead, ask me a question.
I'm sure it would have been. I'm sure that I'm sure that it would have been all right if he mentioned it.
It would have been all right?
I don't know why this is a major point of contention for you. I thought we were going to talk about Israel Palestine.
We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. You had said that I have problems with your character. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, ask
I
me
know,
a question.
but you having problems with my character.
Hassan, ask me
This
a
is
question.
better
I'm going to
than
move
I
on to the
remember
next topic.
You
expecting.
asking
This
me
is
about
so good.
iDubbbz's editorial decisions
I'm loving this.
in his content cop.
I'm asking
This is so much
about
better
your
than I
opinion on it.
expected.
Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay. So, do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Okay, great, awesome. So you agree with the with numerous human rights organizations, the UN?
I already said yes.
Okay, great. No, that's important. Thank you for saying that. I also agree on this. If you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza, okay, do you feel like you have used your limited amount of time that you have as a content creator speaking out against Israel doing a genocide on the Palestinian population living in the Gaza Strip, or do you feel like most of your commentary on that issue has overwhelmingly been to rail against people that are doing that?
Sure.
Pro-Palestinian
No, that's
advocates
not-
that
I don't
you
know
feel
if-
like you've been wronged by, myself included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but if you're pro-Palestine, it doesn't absolve you of criticism. That's
Exactly.
something that you guys keep harping
I
on.
never,
do
I
I, do
never
I think
said
my
that.
coverage...
And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that is the case.
Okay. Do you think my coverage has been like totally balanced? I would say no. I've obviously given less time to the Palestinian perspective, and I think the reason for that is simply that...
No, not just the Palestinian perspective, Ethan.
Nope.
I think that rather than talking about that issue in and of itself, rather than talking about the genocide itself, every time you have
Hassan, I'm answering your question.
Every time you've talked about Israel Palestine, it almost always revolved around
I was going to tell you
Well,
why.
because
Do you
they
want
were
to ask me
harassing
answer?
personal vendettas that you have experienced from
I was gonna explain
pro-Palestinian
What's
that.
wrong with
creators.
that?
Okay. Would you like me to... You asked me a question, so I'm going to answer
Yeah.
it. The reason
Go
for
ahead.
that being is that I feel like I'm responding to a lot of bullshit that's been passed my way ever since Leftovers
Exactly.
ended, starting from you and your community. Now, that's my answer to that. Now, let me ask you about this. This
Mm-hmm.
sword has a Nazi swastika hilt.
Okay.
Do you disagree? What's funny about that?
I think it's funny because you've made this a major point of contention. That's why I think it's funny.
It's a swastika,
Is it or not?
Yeah, it's a sword that is a bleach sword, as you know already, that has a hilt that has a Japanese manji sign on it. But yes, it does look like a swastika, as I've also noticed and have
Yes.
talked about on numerous occasions that you brought forward. on
Yeah,
your
yeah, of course
podcast
you're
already.
conceding that
Such
because
as
we
when
fished this
such as
up,
when
but
I
yeah.
made fun of, such as when I made fun of, I believe it was Alexa that
Okay.
that grabbed it, and I said, "Oh, you immediately go for the swastika one." Yeah,
Still,
exactly.
audio so low.
Do you think?
Yeah, you
do
so
think that
anyway,
I-
my
do you
point
think
is,
that I actually
Hassan,
think
if I
it's
can
a-
continue my point, is that you knew it was a swastika sword. So why, what is the, so, I mean, why did you guys choose to pose with this sword?
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a bit and drink something. I might be back.